Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. In our last episode, we switched over to oxygen diffusers from algae distillers, algae somethings, I always forget, terrariums, algae terrariums, so that we can produce oxygen a little bit cleaner. The algae terrariums produce polluted water, and while it does help in the matter of making free oxygen for us, because they sit here and off-gas polluted oxygen constantly, and then we use the deodorizers to clean up that oxygen, that polluted oxygen. It still tends to clump together in kind of hard-to-reach places. So I'm better off having these, especially if I can afford them electricity-wise, which at the moment I can't really, but that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to build a couple of coal generators down here. Let's see. I'll just do right here for right now. No, actually I won't. Cancel. Let's build them one more space over. I'll show you why in a moment. Actually, we can just build it like that. We don't need to deconstruct that spot. So what I want to do down here, right next to them, is I want to build a storage bin. And this storage bin's actually going to hold coal. So we're going to take the coal out of these, and it's all going to fall on the ground, which is fine. And the day shift just went down. We don't have any night owls, so we don't have anybody working right now, which is fine. Everyone will get up in the morning and get to work. And I think Kelsey gets up earlier before than everybody else. Yes, because Kelsey's a early riser, an early bird. Actually, I named this morning shift. Let's call this the night shift. We'll just call it the night shift instead of the night owl shift. Because this is the early riser, so it would be the early riser shift if that was consistent. So instead I won't be consistent. We have a full toilet here, so hopefully somebody cleans that out kind of ASAP. Let me see here. Aaron's, Future Boy has one tick toward cleaning it, so Future Boy will probably come and clean it pretty quickly. We'll see once he wakes up what his, Kelsey's already pulled number 11 on her schedule for cleaning it's down here. Disinfecting it's higher. So what this errands tab shows is everybody in the colony and what order they will do that job in. So you can see Future Boy right now is doing that, and now he's on his way to disinfect this outhouse, and then he'll clean it out. Which he's super happy about, as you can tell. It's the best job in the world, cleaning out the outhouses. Okay, so this one takes coal, so I'm just going to pick only coal for that. Later on, what I'll probably do is set this one up to a 6, and then allow coal to be stored in these, but right now we don't have that much coal anyway. Let's see, consumable ore. Yeah, we only have, I didn't even have to expand it, we only have 2,700 kilograms, so that's, what, 2.7 tons, metric tons. So these can hold 20, so we should be fine there. We've just finished research for the insulated tile and space heater, so that'll be very useful to have. And we need to start something new, I believe, because that was where we left it. So the next kind of things that I want to do, we did this one. The next things I want to do are actually up here in food. I want to get my way toward meal prep, because we do have a cook, and so we want to have the electric grill going. Now that we're building some coal power, we definitely need to have that. And then we also need to have probably going to do ranching first. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do ranching before I do... Probably. I'll just do this one for right now. We're probably going to do ranching if we can get somebody with some ranching skill. I need to run power lines, too, for this, don't I? If we can get someone with ranching skill, I want to start ranching hatches. And the reason I want to ranch hatches is because they eat stuff. Usually I'll feed them something like sandstone, because it's pretty prolific in the base. Let's see here, raw minerals. Yeah, we have 86 tons of raw sandstone right now. So I'll usually feed them something like sandstone, and then they'll poop out some. They'll poop out some coal. So they'll eat a lot of stuff. But the thing is they'll eat stuff that's laying on the ground, which is why it's important to have your dupes keep the ground clean, because they'll eat, if you drop some dirt on the ground, for example, and this one, I think this is a mod. It tells you how fast they consume this stuff, which is good. So they'll consume 140 kilograms per cycle of dirt or sandstone. But we could feed them something like... Let's see, what's a good one to feed them? I guess kind of nothing. I mean, those are basically, or especially sandstone is free. Dirt's pretty limited, so you want to be careful with letting them eat dirt. But eventually you can start feeding them actual food, and they'll start eating very small amounts per cycle, as you can see here, including things even like feeding them the raw meal lice or the lice loaf, even. And if you start feeding them that kind of stuff, they'll actually eat a lot less per day. So it can be worth it, but it all depends on if you do the math or not. Okay, so we now have an electric grill. I do want to move the food prep somewhere else, besides being right here in the middle of the base. I don't want to put it up here. I definitely don't want it over here with the bathrooms. So I think it's time, perhaps, to dig out another space here. And maybe this would be a good space. We can do a tile. We're still working on sandstone. And we'll move the food prep down here as a microbe musher, and then also the electric grill will come down here as well. I see that our storage is getting pretty full, so I want to build a few more storages pretty soon. But we don't need to just yet. I want to dig up this bluff briar and plant it up here, because it'll help, although it's too cold, but it'll help with stuff up here. What's our... Oops, wrong one. What's our temperature like? Yeah. Very cold. To the point where we almost don't have enough room for any more mealwood. We could put a couple more in here probably, but we're pushing... Oh, we could go to the end actually. We're kind of pushing the line here though, and we need to actually resolve some of this at some point. Okay, they're eating muckroot. Yep. They must have dug some up while they were down here. It was delicious. Yuck. Alright. Back to work. Okay, so this is now chugging away. There's a... I'll call it a problem. These do not run... Or rather, these do not stop when the batteries are full. So we have only 2 batteries. It might be worthwhile to build a few more batteries just to store the energy so that these won't waste. Right now they're wasting power. These are full, and this is still chugging away, so it's wasting coal. Later, once we can start refining metals, we'll actually get a smart battery, and we can look at it in the research here. And actually, we didn't choose any researchers, did we? No, we did not. Oh, there's a smart battery right there. What it does is it can actually be connected via automation wire, which we also haven't researched yet, to the generator, and it'll actually turn the generator off when it's above a percentage, and then turn it on when it's below a percentage. Let's go ahead and do the ranching. Hopefully we pull a dupe here in the next 1.2 cycles that has ranching, and we can actually get that moving. Let's see, priorities. We're doing okay here. Cooking. We could use a farmer too. I think they get a little bit of a bonus here, at least in the harvesting and the replanting or something. I'm not positive on that though, so don't yell at me if it's wrong. But they get a bonus later for sure. But we could use a farmer, and we could definitely use a rancher once we get one, so that we can actually start a hatch ranch. Hopefully eventually we'll get some of these other seeds too as we explore around. I don't think there's any of them in the starting biome. We have some rotten mush bar here. This should go to... I think it goes to there. I want to make sure that nothing rotten... Let's see. Is that here? Yeah, okay, good. Rot piles don't go here. I think the rot piles go in here. Maybe not. Sweep it. Storage unavailable. Okay. Rot piles go... Where do rot piles go? They go someplace else then. But I don't remember what it is. Good job. Pick up the stuff. What do we have for new furniture? Oh, the mess table. That'll be good to build very soon. Oh, I need to build this stuff down here. That's what I was going to do. Let's build the grill first, actually. The electric grill. Oh, we can build farm tiles now, too. That's good. I'm going to put that closer to the edge. But maybe I'll put it here, and I'll put a ration box down here and get that one out of the way. And then we can go here. And then wire goes there. And right now they're just building that out of copper and sandstone. Anything edible can go into the ration box. We can deconstruct that one. So they will put it in down here now instead. One kind of trick is actually put your ration box down in the carbon dioxide. Because it counts as refrigeration. Carbon dioxide and chlorine both count as refrigeration. So here we're going to do a mush fry. And then here we'll take the mush bar and the lice loaf recipes. And we can actually stop this one once it finishes that bar, I think. Yep. And then here on the consumables, in a moment, I want to actually uncheck the mush bars. And that's because the mush fries are worth 0. And the mush bars are worth -1, sorry. But the mush fry uses 800 calories of mush bar to make 1,050 calories of mush fry. So you get a little bit of a growth there as far as calories, and you get to go up from whatever it is, grizzly I think it is, to terrible. And why are you complaining about no supplies? Water. We have water. You can pump it. So doing the mush fries is much better than doing the mush bars. You're having them eat them because at least it doesn't negatively affect them. Yeah, it's a rotten mush bar because it didn't get refrigerated. Okay, good. They picked that briar seed. We should be able to plant it here. Yep. Or the briar plant, I should say. Alright, so this is off-gassing still. As you can see, there is still some polluted oxygen here, but it's not much. We're doing pretty good. What I should probably do is build a floor in here. We're going to cut into this carbon dioxide now, by the way. Build a floor in here, and then take one of these out, actually. And we'll put a deodorizer up here to suck the polluted oxygen up. What do we get for an ecology achievement here? It's not raw. Have a duplicant eat any cooked meal prepared in an electric grill or a gas range. Awesome. And yeah, they're much happier with the mush fries than the mush bars. Okay, so we have power. We should get a duplicant as soon as right after daybreak. And then we can dig this out, and also this carbon dioxide is going to fall. It's going to actually hit down here eventually, and probably we'll put some carbon dioxide in this area. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut into this one as well, and put the ration box down here. And actually move it again, because that way it's down here in the carbon dioxide, and it'll quit rotting the food, because a rotten mush bar is not good, and such. Oh, we need to get rid of that one too. Oh, it is. Okay, good. All right, these are 2x2. They take up 2 spaces of height. There we go. And I can do it this way, or I could just click the checkbox since it's all under one category. But I do it that way. So the disadvantage here is that now Kelsey has to come down to put the mush fries away and come down to pick up the mush bars if she's not flipping them directly from one to the other. And a deodorizer can go in here. Could have gotten there sooner because now it freed it up into there, but it'll be okay. We'll get it. Okay, so we're also now using a lot more power because we are using the electric grill. The advantage of the electric grill is it kicks off a little bit of heat. So it's actually going to warm this area up, just like the supercomputer warms its area up. So that's kind of nice in this situation. Oh, good duplicant. It's kind of nice in this situation because we have that available to us. So cuisine and science, narcolepsy. We don't really need another cook or another researcher, so it's kind of a nah. Athletics is good for hauling stuff, though. Machinery, construction, and strength. Early bird, but yokel means they can't do research, which is fine. But we don't really need those either, and we don't need these either. Science and strength, gastrophobia, so they can't cook. But this is not bad. Uncultured, which means that they get more morale from decor because they don't know any better, but they can't decorate. And this one's uncultured as well. Well, having an operator wouldn't be a bad thing because I haven't deconstructed that, and I think they can even operate the. I wish I had somebody to do either decorating or somebody to do ranching. But we might be able to just assign that to somebody and let it go kind of as best we can. Let's go ahead with Nicola here, and let me think of a name here for someone. Who all do we name? I forgot we have named here. Let me see. Vitals. That's the easiest way to find names. Okay. This person can be. I thought I hadn't used this name yet. This person can be. Why aren't you renaming? Okay. IT machinist. Welcome to the colony. Unpause. Let's build another bed. We have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, good. Okay. I eventually want to also rearrange my my ladder here and put it in, quote, the right spot, unquote. Research is complete for the ranching. Oh, let's look at skills. Oh, everybody's got a skill point too. Nice. So for everyone who has sort of an assigned job here, we're going to take them up to the next tier that if they love it. So, and they'll get better hats and everything here. Alana's going to get a better Doc Brown hat. That's field research. Kelsey can get a new chef's hat. That's grilling 2. Ontario Gardner can get improved carrying. That's carrying 2. Lindsay's also digging. Oh, she doesn't have a skill point. And then IT machinist can actually go into. I think I'll put him into tinkering, just because we don't have anyone in tinkering just yet. And we'll do that. Okay. And this will be his cot here. I'll go ahead and assign it to him, even though he'll auto-assign it later. We need to get this stuff swept here. Especially the food items, please. We also need some more storage. That's probably why they're not sweeping non-food items. Well, there's still a little bit of storage left in some of those boxes, it looks like. Oh, we got another colony achievement. What did we get? To pay the bills, use the duplicant skill points to buy out an entire branch of the skill tree. Oh, because there's only 2 in grilling, so yeah, that was easy. Priorities, by the way. Let's put somebody in decorating. Does anybody have any skill at all? No. Nobody has any skill at all. How about farming or ranching? No, neither. All 0s. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Let's see. Ontario Gardner has a tidying skill. I think I'll put him up for tidying and supplying. And then we also just brought an IT machinist who can go into operating at maximum. Okay. Copy. Paste. Well, so there's so far only powering 1 generator, or only providing coal to 1 generator, which is good. Because yeah, that would be wasteful if they were doing more. Good job, Ontario. You're doing good there. We need to get all this junk cleaned up over here because that also affects morale. If there's junk laying on the ground, They don't like it. We have a bottle there that I don't want picked up, and... Uh-oh. Future Boy's a bit sick here with food poisoning. Hopefully we can get that straightened out now that we have... Yeah, some stuff has germs still. But as you can see, it still says unrefrigerated, but it's a sterile atmosphere. So it will decrease the decay rate. I guess it is not immune to it anymore, but at least it decreases it. We can get rid of that power, or that electrical wire there. Well, I would like to have some patch ranching going on. Maybe we can just set it up anyway in this area tomorrow, because now it's the end of the day. By the way, IT Machinist wasn't a special schedule, was he? Oh, he wasn't. Early riser. Early bird. We'll put him into that schedule, which means he already should have been in bed, so he's going to get a short sleep schedule tonight. But he'll live. He's still got the new colony bonus, or whatever it's called. How are we doing on heat? Still cold. It's going to be cold for a while. We could look at building, though, some of the insulated tiles. And I think I will just build them out of sandstone for right now. As we found out, sandstone and igneous rock really don't have a difference in their specific heat capacity. Or do they? Wait a minute. This is 1 and 2. This is 0.8 and 2.9. Yeah, so this actually does have... What was I clicked on before? Granite. That's why. So, igneous rock does have a higher specific heat capacity, which means that it will lose less heat because it's... I always have a hard time describing how these work. It stores more heat in itself, basically, is the way that it works. And then the thermal conductivity is how much heat transfers between it and its neighbor. So while sandstone has a higher thermal conductivity, that means that more heat transfers faster. This holds more heat, right? Okay. So if I had igneous rock, which I don't really, I can only make 2 blocks worth of it, I could put that in, but I'm just going to make this out of sandstone for right now. And this is kind of going to be the outer wall of my inner base. Ooh, we have a geyser here, which we could cut into, and oh, we can't cut into that yet. Well, you might as well dig that far. We can't dig obsidian yet until we get a next higher level miner, which is here on the skills. We need to actually be into super hard digging to dig out diamond and obsidian, as it says there. This one only gave abyssalite mining, which there isn't as much of abyssalite anymore. They kind of nerfed abyssalite back well before they went live with the 1.0, but when I was first playing it, abyssalite was overpowered, so it needed to be nerfed a bit. Okay, let's build a floor across here, just so we have it there. And then it'll also give us that copper, make that copper available to us. And as you can see, IT Machinist has fallen back to doing construction because he doesn't have any machines to operate. I believe these are controlled by the operations person. Let's look at priorities. Operating, production, fabrication, and utility purposes. Generate power. Yeah. So he's actually probably going to be the person who... Well, he's not supplying the power. Apparently, Alana did that even though she's the researcher, because she's having research to do. Yes. Okay, so let's go down here and do... let's do brute force refinement. I haven't talked about this one at all yet, but what it gives us is the ability to convert clay into ceramic and coal into charcoal, I think, which is used later. But more importantly, the rock crusher, which is the first way that we can use to make raw or copper ore into copper, which we need in order to make some things like smart batteries and automation wires. So we really need to have this, so now is the time. Good job. So Ontario Gardener is filling the tiles with the sandstone they need to be built, And then Catherine is digging and building. And you saw Future Boy came up here and helped dig for a minute. Lindsay's now digging as well and building. They'll do other tasks if they don't have tasks available to them. They'll fall back on anything else they can do, which is where the priority screen is most important, because that kind of gives them what they have to do first at highest priority, and then regular high priority, and then neutral, and then low and no. So, and we did set proximity. Also, did they remove that? Yes, they did. Good. Okay. There was another setting on the skills screen that I used to always have to check, and they did away with it when they changed the skill tree, so I don't need to mention that, even though I just did, kind of. And this needs to be built. Good. At this stage of the game, it's really just kind of building everything quickly and expanding as best you can. Oh, good job, Lana. You've finished more research. Okay, so we'll have to build a rock crusher fairly soon. Now that we can make copper, not copper ore, but copper, we should probably go ahead and do the smart battery, which I'm not seeing it now, of course. Oh, here it is up here, which also gives us jukebot and power control station. Jukebot requires a lot of power, so we probably won't build one of those just yet. And the power control station needs to be designated into a power plant room. So we won't use that, but we'll use the smart battery fairly soon. Okay, bristle blossom. Oh, a sage hatchling egg. Nice. Okay, so can I... Let's see, how big is this here? Up to 16. So if I put in a wall right here... let me see here. Can I do this without losing my place? Build an airflow tile like this. And then we'll build a pneumatic door here. The pneumatic doors also allow air to pass through, but I like to build the whole wall as sort of ventilation. That way heat and, more importantly, oxygen can get through. I'll also put some airflow tiles in the floors where they're needed as well. But they have a negative radius, or negative decor value, whereas the tiles have a positive, so I try and minimize the airflow tiles as much as possible. Okay. And I need a place to build the rock crusher. And we could even just build it right here in the center of the base. Utilities? No, it's where the space heater is, though. We'll have to probably end up building some of those. Not there either. Oh, refinement. Right, okay. And the kiln as well, although I'm not going to build a kiln just yet. Yep, I'll probably just put it right here for now. It'll get moved again, but everything is 100% return when you deconstruct things, so building and deconstructing is not a big deal. This is all of the... We should probably convert these over to farm tiles instead of being planter boxes. The planter boxes... the growth time is 3 cycles in a planter box for mealwood. In a farm tile, it's a bit faster. I don't remember what it is, but it's a bit faster. So let's start building some farm tiles as well. We'll give them plenty of jobs to do. And right now for these, I'm just going to click them so they go away. And I'm going to actually build the farm tiles right underneath the planter boxes, because they'll actually replace the planter boxes. And Catherine's having a narcoleptic nap again. Right, so as soon as they pick this mealwood seed, it should be hopefully very soon. Both of those now, please and thank you. No, this still says 3. There's some difference. What the heck is the difference? It's supposed to be faster. 10 kilograms. Maybe there isn't a difference anymore. Decor minus 10, radius 2 tiles. Yep, they're identical now. Interesting. I'm not sure what the advantage... I mean, you can plant more different stuff in these rather than these. Let's dig that up. Dig that up. So in these, we can plant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yes. Maybe we can plant everything in these, too. I'm honestly not sure what the difference is anymore. I guess just... Oh, these can be built upside down. That's what it is. That's the major difference. So for some things, you actually have them hanging from the ceiling, like pinch of peppers. You can... And dash of salt vines. And you can plant them up. You can flip them upside down. Maybe that's the only difference. I don't know. Okay, let's deconstruct all of those. And then we can plant our mealwoods here. But this will let me have more room up here, maybe for decor or something. So I'm not fretting it. And Ontario had a narcoleptic nap. How are we doing with the compost here? Are we holding it down? Yeah, I think so. Heat is, of course, still an issue, but we have a couple of warm spots now due to machinery running. Yeah. And then, of course... Oh, the ice is causing... Oopsie. That's probably not a good thing. The ice is actually freezing the area around it. I didn't think about that. So we need to actually probably put in... Clear some of these things too. What I should probably do is put that out on a platform over the water. And then put it next to a space heater and plug the space heater in. But at this point, yeah. That's not going to be good because that bottle's going to fall when they do this, I think. Maybe I'll have to put it in there first to catch the bottle, and then it'll shift up when I build the one above it. Okay, so let's make some copper. And you can see other things here too, like you can grind stone into sand. Granite, igneous, sandstone, and sedimentary all can become sand. We do have eggshells around, but we don't have enough yet. We only have one eggshell around, one hatched. Which, by the way, we can actually fry omelets as well. There's an egg cracker building as well. I should probably do that. No, I think I'm gonna... Are they putting the raw egg in here? Yes, they are. Okay, good. So it's down here in the sterile atmosphere at least. So it's good. We can also convert iron into, or iron ore into iron, but we're going to do some copper. Maybe I'll just do like 10 pieces for right now. Just to kind of get someone started. That'll be a job for IT Machinist. Because it's an operations job. Except the Future Boy's doing it. I think it's an operations job. Let's see here. Errands. Oh, I can't see now. Oh, I gave him operating up 1. Let's look at that. Future Boy. You're digging. Yeah, I think that's okay. IT Machinist should really do it since I want him to scale up on that, but he's doing other stuff now apparently, so let's see. Smart battery, jukebot, and power control station. Oh, and we get another duplicant. Let's take a look. Athletics, cuisine. Okay. I think I'll actually take the Joya seeds in this case. We don't need another cook, especially if they're not flatulent. Farts frequently. This duplicant will periodically output natural gas. Then, I mean, the athletics is good because it improves run speed, so it's not a bad thing for somebody whose job is supplying or storing or even tidying. But we already have a couple people doing that, and I really want to focus, before we get too many duplicants, on a farmer and a rancher. So let's go ahead and take the Joya seeds, which I can actually put in here and swap out for these and improve this. I think improve it at least. Let's look at decor. The bluff briars were 25. Okay, who's gonna uproot that? Okay. Oh, this one needs to be deconstructed. I need to watch those because I need to take care of them when they happen. Good job. Plant. And as soon as this one gets harvested, I think I can actually tell it to deconstruct and it'll still produce the mealwood, the meal lice, but I'm not positive, so I don't like doing it. Excellent. And this won't let me plant it because that's sitting on top until it gets removed, and then I can plant. But I could copy paste. Let's look at. We're not doing research right now, but I think I'm gonna wait for a minute anyway to let kind of the dirt and food not get used, dirt and water rather not get used so fast. Let's start setting up our ranch here. We need one of these. We need one of these. And we need one of these. In the middle of the room, maybe? What else do we need? Room overlay. We want a ranch. A stable. Grooming station is all we actually need. Okay, good. This I want to get hatches and hatchlings. Now, I can't actually get anybody to do this because no one has the skill. That's the problem. But maybe we can convince a hatch or a hatchling. Yeah. Colony curve ranging 1 skill. Maybe we can convince somebody to, or convince one to go in there on its own. But I guess doesn't help any. Let's get them to sweep this stuff in the morning. No, max gas pressure. I was wondering why the fusers weren't running. Okay, good. So we have now some copper. Just 10, or 1,000 kilograms of, no, sorry, 500 kilograms of copper, but that's enough to get us started. I want to do one more research here. Let's see here. Automation. Just the basic automation stuff, the wire, the overlay, of course, a duplicant motion sensor, a signal switch, and automation wire bridge. So it's kind of just the basics. All we really need at this point is the wire anyway. So that's fine. Oh, I have skill points available too. Let's see here. Kelsey. So Kelsey's taken both the cooking skills. I might as well put into digging as well, because that'll give her an extra morale point. It also gives her an extra morale need, but she's fine right now. You want, by the way, the first number to be greater than or equal to the second. Otherwise, you'll have problems with your duplicants. Lindsay, you can take the super hard digging. Actually, I could have given her another hat, too. These skills. Lindsay could have the better hat. And Kelsey's not going to get a different hat because I want her to have the cooking hat. She's already up and at work. Good. Do I not have eggshells able to be stored in here? No ice in there. Organic. Eggshells. Good. And then refined metal can go into these as well. And then let's copy and paste. So now someone will pick up those eggshells and chuck them into those bins. We picked these 3, so we can take... Oh, this one too. So we can pick those up. I really would like to know what the difference between those two items is. So this requires 960 watts, which is a lot of power at this stage of the game. So we're not going to do that. What is the difference between these two? Ah, the planter box has a -10 decor. And the farm tile has no decor loss. Yeah, so decor of 0, and these are a decor of -10. That's the difference. Okay, that's an acceptable difference. Let me do... Actually, I think I can do this. No. Well, yes, but no. It'll mark the ones we can for planting, and then the other ones stay available. Okay, any other food items? No, good. And you can see they're sweeping this stuff up. Alright, so I think this is probably where I'm going to pause the research. And actually, this is probably where I'm going to end the episode. So, just a small recap. We set up coal generators down here, so we have power that doesn't require a duplicant to run on a generator. Which, by the way, I should probably put this down to like 25%. I'm going to keep it here just in case we run out of coal or something. But if I put that down, then they won't jump on this until the battery power drops below 25. And these are set at 50, so hopefully that helps. And then we also set up the rock crusher so we could start making some refined copper. And we started building a stable here, even though we don't have a person to actually chuck the hatches into the stable. We also set up the electric grill so we could fry the mush bars instead of just eating them raw, which gave them 1 extra point in quality. Pickled meal is a -1. Why would I do pickled meal using meal lice when I could do that? I don't understand. But either way, that's where we're going to end for today. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.